My target's right down here at a little more here. Come on. A little more. Ah, bastard. Out. Looking for the additional trade above, rejection. Nice, Jake. I think we might get a little deeper of a pullback here, but watch for, I wouldn't get too aggressive. Let's see what happens at 40s, low 40s, low volume node here. News in 2 minutes. You might want to mind your positions. We got U.S. existing home sales. Yeah, we have New York VWAP here at 43. It's moving up fast. It was at 35 not long ago. This is like some parabolic New York VWAP here. The delta is very grindy, guys, so I would be very careful of trying to capture bigger rotations. We need somewhat sniper entries today. VIX is back down to 18. All right, delta's looking grindy. No real big swings yet, just kind of this up movement, grinding up. It's still cool, Jam. It's still cool.
Seconds.
10 seconds. We held that LVN right there. Back test long.
Existing home sales 4.06 million as expected. Change 1.5% as expected.
As expected. I wouldn't expect too much from that. Another rejection off weekly VWAP there. Looks even more bearish. Short. Nice.
And Eurozone consumer confidence -14.2, -14.
We got the oscillator turning over. Double rejection of weekly VWAP. We got a distribution that was value area high. Downside we go. Yeah, I would assume we're going to continue fleshing out this LVN up here. 117, I like long. ES is at upper band right here. Kind of got a little bounce at 55 on ES. Good morning, Aaron. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to all our new members. Good to have you guys. We might not get that bigger pullback. Let's see. I don't know. Might not get to 117. And if we get a deeper rotation, we might go all the way back down to VWAP. I don't know. It's hard to say here. I don't want to buy this thing too early in a deeper rotation down. So we'll see. This is our, we have a peak distribution right here at 150, right? So we don't want to diddle in the middle. Don't diddle in the middle, guys. Don't do it. You and everybody else, you and the rest of retail is positioned at 150. Coin flip odds at best. Well, let's see if we get that price discovery continuation long at 117. I'll take it. But that's, 30 points away. What do you think? Higher? Or are we short again up here? Nice. Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to call in this account. I shorted the weekly VWAP again, and that was a quick 20 points. Shutting it down, baby. Shutting it down. Oh, pretty good. Happy with this. Right, so we have the most significant distribution we've formed. I shorted the top of it, right? Back to point of control. That was the trade for me. All right, let me get my Apex account up here. So just moving through the accounts, I love Hawaiian coffee. Kona blend. There was the buy, bottom of the distribution. See if it holds. It's looking a little more bearish here. We might see a bigger of a fade. The delta's starting to fade a bit too. All right, here we go. Is that it? Long? Nice. Little scalps. All right, we might want to wait for a little confirmation here. Because we got some heavy selling. There it is. Hot dog. 20 points just like that, guys. Almost to the tick. Pretty darn close. Hey, Kauai coffee. Who took the PDC? Becca, you can see my open positions. It's right here. Right here at the top of the DOM. Of course. So I did take that long. I took it twice, actually. First touch, and then we had some. I'm going to take it again. Nice. All right. That's that. That's Apex. This account's well into payout again now.
Have been limited.
So we're going to trade this one for another couple days, $50 just to get that payout. 4,600 and it's 50K. All right, let's do a little trader checking, guys. 10-10. I am trading 1 or 2 minis with my 50K account. I don't recommend it unless you're really good at scalping. Nice Fisher. Jake's down 90. Norm's down 500.
Jeffrey says Trump is not giving GOP leaders.
Yeah, I've been trading this Apex account for, I don't know, over a month now. Andy. Killing it. Nice, Bill. Yeah, this is an execution game, guys. Once you understand the setups, it then becomes about execution and trade management. And a lot of my IC people, that's what we're focusing on, is execution. Morning, Hector. Rafal, good morning. All right. Bigger fade is underway. Return to value. Sure looks like it. This is a New York VWAP right here, by the way.
Jeffrey says Trump should sit down with Democrats before the Asia trip.
All right, let's see what's next. We're going to go long off New York VWAP. I'll take it. 112 3/4 long. Go for about 10 points there, and there it is. So that was New York VWAP right there, guys. Another bounce. Almost to the tick. If I put New York VWAP bounce, New York VWAP, there it is. Would you look at that? So I don't have it on this screen normally because I'm looking at it on this monitor up here. It just gets to be too much. All right, there's already a ton of lines on my screen. I want to be aware of the levels, but also this gets a little busy for even me. Yeah, so while I don't, like I said, Jimmy, like I don't have it on this screen, I'm watching it up on this monitor up here. Along with the cumulative delta right here, side by side, I got a 1 minute with the New York VWAP and cumulative delta right below it, right here. I have NQ on the 5 minute with 1 and 2 standard deviations, a volume profile, and I have ES right below it. I have the Dow, I have the Russell, and I have a higher time frame NQ right here, and then I got the Discord that I'm watching. JJ says, need more. Everything has a use. I use all of it.
Jeffries on long-term.
I mean, if it were up on my screen and I wasn't using it, that's one thing. Took some really good trades, didn't we? Took this one, I took this one, took this one, took this one, took this one, took this one. Took all those trades. All those red arrows were my trades. I kind of nailed every single one of them. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just pointing out what we've done in the last 45 minutes. Nice, Blake. So we have a pretty large distribution area now. So be wary of larger rotations. It's a lot easier to get caught off sides in the middle of this thing. So let's just keep an eye on what's happening. We have reclaimed a low volume node at 120. So I like that. So I would say more upside from here. But we could be wrong. We could retest that auction at the bottom. Looks like we have a bit of a unfinished auction up here. So we'll see. I'd be surprised if we didn't retest the highs. Thanks, Anthony. I love that wide, ultra wide monitor. I was thinking about getting one of those and turning it vertical and putting the DOM on it. I think that would be so cool. All right. Sellers stepped in there. But I'm not convinced this is a big move down yet. They might step in here and still buy. So an unfinished auction on the profile kind of looks like this, Josh. And a finished, let's start with the finished auction. Finished auction looks like this. Right? We have a nice slope, right? With agreement and less participation up at the top. An unfinished auction looks like this. we have this ledge on the profile, right? It's not as drastic as I drew it right here, but there's a little bit of a ledge. It's not as thin to the bottom as I'd like to see. It looks a little better on my Ninja Trader, but still. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might revisit. Yeah, correct, Joshua. A Danish auction. What about a Dutch auction? Tulips all day. Who wants to buy some tulips? Yep. Well, that was a break of New York VWAP right there. Well, we have some selling going on the Delta. Right? It's looking weaker. We haven't had any significant. I mean, we had some buying here off of New York, and then it faded. Right? It was kind of just an anemic bounce. I don't know. It wasn't that anemic, but right? Not enough buyers to drive this thing higher, right? So buyers stepped in, and now we're going lower, right? So next buy spot would be, right around here, essentially. 77, VWAP, 70.
To remind you, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the EIA natural gas change forecast, a build of 83 BCF.
Is this a back test of New York VWAP? Short? Or is it reclaim? Problem is we hit that LVN right there. So we didn't quite get to VWAP.
Says laws clear that furloughed workers will get back pay.
Nice short. Back test short. New York VWAP. That was a VWAP scalp. Bit of a point of POC right there of this distribution. IB right there. We got New York VWAP back test short. Lovely. I pay attention to him very closely, JP. Very closely. I said 77 just now as a long spot because I saw the RTH low volume node right there. I even drew it out on my monitor, JP. This red line was the RTH LVN. Still not, crazy buying here. Nice, Anthony. We have we have a serious like buyer seller right here at 115. It's yesterday's IB low. Hey, Tony. Nice, Javier. Muy bien. It's going to be really confusing to look at this chart with all the arrows I'm going to draw here. All the trades we took. So, Junji, technically all VWAPs are anchored. So if you're just talking about regular VWAP, you're talking about the session VWAP that's anchored to the market open. Now we have the market open in futures, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have the regular trading hours open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on NQ, which is the New York stock market or the US stock market. We used VWAPs anchored to the week, to the month, significant events. All VWAPs are anchored. You can't use a VWAP unless it's anchored to a specific point in time. So all VWAPs are anchored. Normally, we're going to assume when talking about the VWAP that it's going to be the session VWAP. And for futures, that's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nice, KJ. Excellent. Great work. Awesome, Tickle Monster. Are you going to copy trade them or are you going to trade them one at a time? Nice, MOBA. Secured an Apex payout. Need to flip 2 more days. I've lost count of how many days I got to trade, so I'm just going to do my $50 every day until it lets me take a payout.
Build of 83 BCF. Prior, a build of 80 BCF.
It's Drysdale is the code. They have they've had some really good sales going on. Dr. Jive, Dr. Jive. All right, we're back up to the point of control, or a point of control, I should say. Right back here at 150. That was a key level we'd been watching, 150. It seems they're supporting the bid here, guys, because, you know, the price is going higher, but Delta is not really. So we have some accumulation on the bid. I think that's a bullish. That's a bullish sign here. Now this would be a bullish divergence, Allie. When price is going up, but Delta isn't, like in this fashion, that means they're buying on the bid. So the sellers aren't able to push it down. When it's the opposite, right? So this is a bullish signal, right? This is trending downwards, but we had a nice big price move up. That means they're accumulating on the bid, right? So there's passive buyers, even though there's not a ton of aggressors. That's what's pushing price up. Okay. Yeah. What we don't want to see is the delta higher and price lower like this. This means they're accumulating on the offer, so there's more passive sellers. So this is bullish behavior. Nice, Carlos. Oh, huge day, Carlos. Huge. In an XFA nonetheless. $2 grand. Good for you, brother. Carlos came back with a vengeance. Excellent work. Well, I mean, all of these are volume-based indicators. The volume profile, the VWAP, these are all based on volume. But if you're talking about the cumulative delta, this is the aggressors, market orders, market buyers. How many trades was it, Carlos? So I don't think that's luck. You're taking 23 trades. You know, you might get lucky on a couple, but do you get lucky on 23? I don't know.
One minute to go.
The only time I generally say I get lucky is if I hold a trade longer than I know I should and it comes back. And I turn it into a winning trade. That's when I get lucky. That's the only time I'll say I get lucky. Yeah, another rejection at the weekly VWAP there. So like I said, we're forming a bigger distribution here on the profile. All right, so like I said, it's easier to get caught off sides. All right, anywhere in here is kind of diddling in the middle.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to what? I don't know.
A build of 87 BCF, a build of 87 BCF.
Oh, builds.
Forecasted build of 83 BCF.
Oh, no, this is natural gas. Natural gas. Careful you don't diddle in the middle. Be right back, guys. Be right back.
We have the US EIA weekly natural gas storage report on the feed for those interested. Did see some weakness in natural gas off the back of that report. US natural gas futures extend losses down 2.4% after EIA report bigger than expected storage build.
I wonder if all the ICT traders are wondering why it's rejecting at 166. Probably the midnight open. And gee, those are trades we took on stream. Well, volatility is gone. Oh, we hate to confuse you. SJ, don't take the midnight open thing, put it in a little box, take that little box, throw it in the garbage, take the garbage, bring it out to the curb, and never think about it again. Set it on fire. Was he, Ali? That's really nice. I'm glad to hear that. He was a great host. He was very nice. He gave me a lot of time. He gave me an opportunity to share my screen and point things out and do a little lesson. So he was quite accommodating. I really appreciate it. that was pretty epic, wasn't it, Roadrunner? It's like, I think I'm going long here. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to fade you, and we'll see what happens. It was so good. All right, it looks like it wants to push to this level now, even though the delta is not confirming any of this. So maybe we just get another rotation back down. Well, the shoe fits, Scott. Here goes. Buyer's still not all that convincing. Here's your Madonna, Jake, your favorite trade of the day. Looks like it wants to pay. Short, 170, 77.75. There is a key LVN up here too. Come on, bring it down. Beauty. Beauty. Backtest weekly VWAP. That'd be a good place to get out. It might have been it. Very grindy, so be careful. We do have a lot of other good levels up here. Bitcoin's trying to catch a bid here too. Very grindy. So, all right, finishing up the auction up here. Now it can completely leave here,
House Minority Leader
go up
Jeffrey
higher and build another distribution higher.
act on Russia sanctions.
But it is finishing that auction, like I had said. And it had some more business to do up here. Still looks like it does. No, it still looks unfinished to me. Well, a Finnish auction. As opposed to like a Scandinavian, like a Norwegian auction. Yeah, very significant delta. This could be the higher time frame short right here. No, that got bought up pretty quickly too. We're starting to get those low volatility grinding up conditions. This is the algos pushing through levels, so careful. I'd be very careful with shorts. I know they feel good up here. Well, I'm not saying not to take them, just be careful with them. Good job, Bill. Well done. So the back test, IB high long. Sure feels like it. Long. Buy the micro dips in this grindy behavior till it proves otherwise. Beauty. I would say this is a bullish divergence. But we can also just trade sideways here as well. So we could also flush out all the weak longs and they can bring it higher. That is not out of the question either. Flush it by 30, 40, 50 points. Rip it right back up. I'll be right back. All right, it's about 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's do a little bit of a trader check-in, guys. We're continuing to build out this distribution up here. I'd like to hear if you guys are following your rules, following the plan, trading the system. You guys, the wheels falling off the bus. Jake's looking to buy a boat. I don't even know what you can get for 26 cents. $4.99. Daniel, nice. Awesome, Carlos. Great, Tim. You'll see small red. Oh, small red's okay. Big red, not okay. Corey, following the plan. Troy, better than 26 cents. JJ, nice. Jody's thinking of Chevelle. All right. Paper is practice. Yeah, Tony, it becomes about execution and trade management. If you're taking the same trades as me, same setups, right? I'm aggressively managing my trade. Getting in, getting out, waiting for the next setup. Scratching, taking sides off sometimes.
House Democrats warn that new Chinese visas are to poach US tech talent.
Yeah, Roadrunner, sometimes the worst time for trading is right before you're about to lock in a payout, and sometimes right after you get the payout. There was that flush. Look, that's so weird. I was just like, they could flush it by 30 points, and then they could bring it higher. Who said that? I feel like that just sounds like something somebody said. Weird. I mean, this is the pattern, right?
US stock
Because they're trying to push it through key levels,
S&P 500
and in order to do so, they need to suck in some
down
shorts,
0.06%.
all right, create a buying opportunity for the longs and push that sucker right through. So it's not uncommon to see flushes while it's trying to push through a level. And then the telltale sign, right? It sells off and then gets bought up really fast. Right? So time and velocity matter, right? How quickly is the sell-off being bought up? That's a sign that, we're going higher. Divergence is starting to narrow. I would expect an explosion above this price level, 190, if we can get it. 200 at least. 200, next stop, 214. Squeeze out the shorts. Squeeze out the shorts. Go. Higher. Expecting 200. Got to take profit at 199.
The 3 p.m. announcement to be on cartels.
Goes. Get me out right here at this LVN. Ah, come on. Came right to my order.
At 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the Kansas City Fed Composite Index forecast at 2, prior 4. Kansas City Fed Manufacturing, prior 4.
Tempting to flip short. Yeah. Nice. 10 points there. Short. Off that LVN. I mean, this has been really good trading conditions, guys. The levels have been really clean. The setups have been really nice. You know, I'm getting a pretty clean read on the action today. Andy probably is as well. Nice, Carlos. Well, the volatility is very low at this point. I flipped short. I was long here. Flipped short at 48, 1048. No, 1050. So this candle right here, flip short. Awesome, Randy. Hope you enjoyed the book. Always does, Andy. You'll see me get up multiple times. Oftentimes it's just to reset myself, especially good trade, bad trade, doesn't matter. I need to reset after most trades. Get a fresh eyes, get fresh look on the market, setups. We have group coaching today at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join us for group coaching. Oh, Andy, everybody has work to do on mindset. It never ends, the mindset work. Infinite levels of mindset. Never ends. Lifelong pursuit.
Reminder in 5 minutes' time, we have the Kansas City Fed Composite Index, forecast 2, prior 4. Kansas City Fed Manufacturing, prior 4.
All right, Eric. Thanks for joining us. Nice. Excellent day. Because we've done it, you know, I feel like the PDC is getting exhausted at this point. I like maybe this LVN better down here. It could work. You know, we have a point of control. You know, I don't love it. It could work. I don't like it though. I don't want to talk anybody out of a trade. I hate that idea. Just because I don't take it. There's trades I don't take all the time that work. I just think it's going to go a little deeper first, but they could very well bounce here. They could be loading up for the next push up. There it is. Look at that. See? Congrats to everybody who took it. Like I said, I don't want to talk anybody out of a trade. Just because I'm not taking it doesn't mean I'm also, for the most part, finished trading for today. I hit profit targets in all of my accounts today. All right, JP, good job. So you had a point of control and upper band, right? So that's a B setup. Yeah, it was a good 20 points. That's good. Generally, the band is in a great spot when you have a high volume node built right around it in the middle, right? But in a trending market, the point of control can supply a support point, right? For accumulation, right? If they're trying to drive this market higher, they're going to keep accumulating in this zone. to bring it higher. Getting suckered into a Drysdale trade.
10 seconds.
Good job, Andy. Well done, sir. We'll see you later today. Guys, reminder, we have group coaching today at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Thursday. Come join us.
Six, higher than forecasted 2.
So Wonderlum, you can trade on any time frame you like. The beauty of the VWAP Wave System is the levels stay the same regardless of time frame. All right. I usually show the 1 minute so you can see the most detailed of levels and the price action for purposes of the stream. But you can execute on any time frame that works for you. Right? You can trade on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 5 minute. Levels stay the same. They don't change. It's not like an EMA where you go to 1, you get a different level on the EMA. When you switch it to the 5 minute, now you have a completely different EMA. Right? Order flow trading, price levels, they stay the same regardless of time frame. Nice, Daniel. Good work. Yeah, exactly, Jake. Especially the later in the morning trades. I become less of risk averse, or more risk averse, I should say. Because now, I've kind of already gotten to where I want on the day, so I'm not like antsy to take any more trades, right? I'll take the best trades at this point. I've taken a lot of trades in the last hour and a half. These red arrows are just a sample of them. I'm taking more than this. $12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for group coaching.
TASS, Russia naval raids oil in transit from Kazakhstan to Germany.
Nice, Norm. You were down 500 last time we did a trader check-in, right? So good job pulling yourself out of the trenches. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, it's very much. We do have this ascending wedge pattern, right? For those of you that know me, I'm not a huge pattern trader, but this is one that I assume is going to push us through this level. This flat top breakout. But Jake, would you have held it for 45 minutes? That's the other. It may have gone 200 points, but were you going to be in it for 200 points? Let's be honest. I didn't mean you were going to choke it out for 20 ticks. But, you know, maybe you would have grabbed 10, 20 points on it. But there's lots of opportunities to grab 10, 20 points. There's a lot. And we're getting a little more, you know, narrowing here. Could get this. We could get one more flush before it goes up just to fake everybody out. I mean, the delta's been going sideways for the last hour, essentially. Sure. You screenshot it? Good. Yeah, it's chop o'clock, guys. Chop o'clock. Very grindy, very tight range now. We've been trading in a 20-point range for the last 15 minutes. All right, Bill C, thanks for joining us. Oh, sorry, I missed a question here. What was the question? You're trading minis with the 50K account. You don't use any hard stops, right? And do you scale in with one mini first? Yes, I always scale in with one no matter what. Even micros, I'm always scaling in with one at a time. Just faster. Yeah, the random flushes can certainly crush you if you're trading minis in a 50K. You got to be fast to get out, manage your risk. Generally, it works better in lower volatility conditions. I think this is a bullish divergence, Cosmin. Looks like the bid is being, the passive buyers are accumulating on the bid as price goes higher. So the lack of aggressive selling to the upside while price drifts higher says to me that passive buyers are helping support the bid and bring price higher based on the delta. So far, anyway, that can change at any time.
General, what's the Trump pardon the convicted finance founder Chang Peng Zhao? And Trump pardon finance founder Chang Peng Zhao today. Scripture General citing people familiar with the person.
So the question is this a above VWAP trap on the weekly, or are we holding here while they continue to accumulate and get ready to drive this thing higher? Hard to say. Hard to say. I still like buying. Or is this the big move out of here? Who knows? Nobody knows what's going to happen. Is this the flush before the next move up? Weekly VWAP here, upper band. Can it possibly still continue to hold? Some sellers stepped in there. No, that is not selling pressure. Selling pressure is exemplified by delta going higher and price not going higher. You have the complete opposite here. Price is going higher, but delta is not going higher. So you have it backwards. If we had the opposite situation with delta going higher, right, but price is not, that would mean they're accumulating on the ask. That would be selling pressure. So a bearish invert, Bearish divergence would be the inverse of this.
Fed bids for 4-week bills total 309. Excuse me. Fed bids for 4-week bills total $309.3 million.
Awesome. Love to hear that. So No Diggity says, hi Chris, just wanted to say I've been reading your book and watching you for a while now. My trading has significantly improved. So thank you for what you have created. You're very welcome, and thank you for the nice note. Really appreciate it. Okay, Bartos. So we're still rotating here, guys, in a distribution, right? We've built this distribution. We have two LVNs, and we're just trading in between it, and we have been, right? So we do have some selling pressure here, but it can easily get bought up here. It can get bought up here, and we can continue to rotate. There is no directional activity. This is pretty much the middle. We are at point of control, the highest volume level of the session. Sure, shorts are salivating. I think they're just going to continue to get trapped. But I could be wrong. Guys, I'm going to wrap up a little early. I got group coaching at 12:30, so I encourage you to come join us in the classroom for premium members. If you're not a premium member, you can join with a free trial. Just head on over to the Discord. There is a link for that in the description of the YouTube video. Hope to see you there. Manage your risk, stay sharp there today, guys. If you want to jump over to the voice channels for the premium members, keep trading, share your screen, share your mics until we start group coaching at 12:30. I'll let you know when we're getting started there. So I'll see you guys shortly in about an hour. Manage your risk, stay sharp. And if you're not going to join us for group coaching, we'll be back at it tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the pre-Asia Open. We'll be watching gold and NQ and ES as it opens for the new Friday Globex session. And we'll see what we get out of gold and NQ then. So join us tonight, 7 p.m. on YouTube and in the Discord. Have a wonderful day, guys. See you soon.
The US sells 110 billion in 4-week bills.